Hey guys, this video I'm going to go over a few of the slides that are in your notes just to make sure you get the vocabulary correct. So what we're studying in statistics is basically learning about the first couple of steps in a statistical inquiry, which is figuring out what data do you want to collect, who do you need to collect the data from, what's the best way to collect the data, and then in Math 4, you kind of go into how to analyze the data. So a population, which one of the answer choices do you think would describe the population? Usually this would involve a survey. So the population is the larger portion. Whenever you're going to sample, you're pulling your sample from the population. So a sample is a smaller subset of your population. So a sample is the subgroup chosen from the population. Margin of error is, there's a formula. We are going to learn how to calculate the margin of error. And it basically just says, data is not going to be perfect. So, there's always outliers in data. If I was collecting data on how tall people are, chances are one very, very short person or one very, very tall person would kind of throw the data off a little bit. So margin of error is a calculation that basically just describes how close the data is to each other. All right, bias. Bias is when it's an unequal opportunity of representation. So this could be from the way you pick your sample. It could be some inherent bias that just because of our upbringing and our culture, sometimes we just are a little bit inherently biased and we don't even realize it. All right, and randomization, ensuring events happen randomly. When you're conducting a survey or collecting data, you want your survey to be random and not biased. All right, so you try slide 2. Slide 3, these are the different ways that you can collect data. So which one of these do you think describes gathering data by asking questions and recording responses? Survey. Data that is gathered using a controlled environment with control and treatment groups, that's an experiment. You can tell when something is an experiment because you have one group that is getting something, getting a new treatment, getting a different pill, getting a different amount of sunlight, and you have a controlled group that has not been changed. You might see the word placebo a lot. In medical studies, a placebo is basically a sugar pill, but people think when they're taking a placebo, they're taking the actual medicine. All right, an observation, similar to an experiment, except you don't try to change or alter the outcomes. In an observational study, you just record the data that you're seeing and you're not changing or controlling any particular outcome. All right, a simulation is when you use something to randomly generate. So you might see something called a random number generator. Our calculators actually do have those. This could be flipping a coin or rolling a die, something that's going to simulate a different experience. All right, so then I would like you to try 4, 5, 6, and 7. See if you can match the scenario to the type of data, the method of data collection. All right, slide 8. Most of these are pretty common sense, if it's biased or if it's not biased. So the first one, a committee wants to find how much time students spend reading each week. They ask students as they enter the library. Do you think that data will be biased? Hopefully you said yes. If students are entering the library, they might be more inclined to read. So if you want the average number of minutes or hours that students spend reading, you want to try to pull a random sample so that you get students that read and students that don't typically read. And you want that data to be random. So it would be a better idea to maybe just ask students as they're walking in the building. It might be a good idea to get a list of student ID numbers and randomly draw 100 students, and then ask those 100 students how much time they spend reading. So that would be a much less biased and much more random way of collecting that data. All right, number 2, the students planning their junior class party want to know what kind of pizza to buy. They ask the pizza restaurant what kinds of pizza sell the most. So that would be a pretty good way of collecting the data. We know we're narrowing it down to pizza anyway. So asking several pizza restaurants what is the most popular pizza, that might not be a bad way of collecting the data. All right, so see if you can go through 3, 4, and 5. The answers are open to a little bit of interpretation, but collaborate with the people in your class and see what they say about whether or not you think the situation is biased. All right, and then your classwork, and I don't care if you need to spend the rest of today and tomorrow working on this a little bit, but I would like for you to try to come up with your own comic that represents a situation that is statistically biased. So there are 3 examples here, and you can definitely try to Google some more ideas, and then you can either take a picture of it or upload it. I will make sure that I post the answers to the slides that you were supposed to do yourself so that you can check, and I look forward to seeing what comics you come up with.